ओम शांति। हमारा बाबा का पुराना चैनल जिस पर सेवा चलती थी वह डिलीट हो चुका है, इसलिए अब इस नए चैनल से सेवा प्रारंभ की है। इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti, Morning Murli, 28 January. Sixth letter of Bap Dada for sweet children. Essence, sweet children, have true love for the one God. Sweet children, have true love for the one God. Only bring worthy, not unworthy, children to this court of Indra. Question: what effort should you continue to make in order to win the biggest lottery of all for 21 births? What effort should you continue to make in order to win the biggest lottery of all for 21 births? Answer: make full effort to remember the Parlokik bridegroom and to follow his Shrimat. Make full effort to remember the Parlokik bridegroom and to follow his Shrimat. If your intellect is caught up in anyone's name or form, then continue to remove your intellect's yoga from that. At night, when you have time, remember the Father with love and imbibe divine virtues, and you will win a lottery for 21 births. Song: neither will he separated from us, nor will we turn away. Om Shanti. It is only here that there is sorrow. The Father comes to liberate you from sorrow because it has been explained to you, children, that Krishna cannot come here. There is not any sorrow in his land. Only in the land of Kans, the devil, is there sorrow. The land of Krishna is the land of elevated deities. We have now become those who imbibe divine virtues. If we continue to have devilish traits, we would not receive a good status in the deity community. If we don't receive a status now, we would not receive it for cycle after cycle. That would be a great loss. That profit and loss is just for one birth, but this is a question of birth after birth. There are good and bad actions. In the golden age, just good actions are performed. Ravan, who makes you perform bad actions, does not exist there. Whatever actions someone perform here, he has to receive the fruit of that for 21 births. You either follow Shrimat or devilish directions. When you perform wrong actions, it means you have followed devilish directions. Everything is very quickly known. There has to be full love for Baba. There has to be full love for Baba. When you don't love God, it means you love devils. Here you have received God's love. It is said, Ishwar, Baba. You promise that you will only love for the one. You promise that you will only love for the one. So then, if you love anyone else, that is like loving devilish ones. You yourself then become devilish. They have a story in which an angel took a person who indulged in vice into the court of Indra. That person was not a worthy child, but an unworthy vicious person, and so both were thrown down below. Both were thrown down below because of not having full knowledge. Some people bring others here who are unable to remain pure. So the BKs who bring such people here also become cursed. That other person is already cursed anyway. This is God's court of the knowledge of Indra. Only the one Father reigns the reign of knowledge. So only after careful consideration should you bring someone here. Otherwise, even the person who brings someone else here becomes cursed. You are spiritual guides and you bring others to the Supreme Spirit. Therefore, you need to be very courteous when you bring them here. In fact, many people come to meet Baba. Baba has to meet some of them. However, the day will come when no matter how great a person may be, if he is not pure, he would not be allowed to come. If that were to be done now, it would be very difficult. The destination is very high. None of those ashrams and spiritual gatherings has any aim or objective. They don't understand what benefit there is in something. Here, the aim and objective is written in big letters. So you have to change from human into deities. The Sikhs sing. It did not take God long to change human into deities. Deities exist in the golden age. Therefore, it would definitely have been God who changed human being into deities. What does the God make others into? Into gods and goddess. However, we call them deities because God is only one. Even Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are residents of the subtle region. Lakshmi and Narayan are still human beings but with divine virtues. Those with divine virtues then definitely become those with devilish trait. Establishment is now taking place through Brahma. Baba says, I come into the impure world in an impure body. This one and his dynasty take the full 84 birth. That one is the purifier of the impure. How could Krishna purify the impure? Krishna only exists once with that name and form. His identical image will not be found again after 5000 years. However, he has many other different births. That Lakshmi and Narayan are the word mother and word father at this time. They are aware that they will become those in their next birth. The features that they have now will change. You can now go to the subtle region and see what features Lakshmi and Narayan will have in golden age. You can have a vision of that at this time. It is a wonder that no one else can have these visions. You can see an accurate vision of this one. However, that photograph cannot be taken here. These photos have been created here. You know that they will become those in the future. The accurate picture of Guru Nanak will be created again in 5000 years' time. Only you know these things. There has to be very good yoga with such a father. It has to be unadulterated yoga. If there is love for anyone's name or form, that is adulterated. At the time when the worship of Shiv Baba first begins, it is called unadulterated devotion. They worshipped Shiva alone. Now there has to be remembrance of one Shiv Baba alone. The fathers say, it should not be that at the end your intellect's yoga become adulterated. The father says it should not be that at the end your intellect's yoga becomes adulterated. If you are trapped in anyone's name or form, continue to take your intellects away from that. Maya is such that She will make you stumble around in many places. Sometime you will remember your friends and relatives. It is not possible that you would instantly be able to connect yourself in yoga. Baba says no one has become complete yet. Baba says no one has become complete yet. The lottery of 21 birth is the biggest of all. So very good effort is required for this. But Maya is very powerful. Maya is very powerful. She quickly makes you forget. This too is fixed in the drama, and this is why you should make effort to remember Baba at night. During the day you don't have time, so remember the Parlokik bridegroom at night. You will become elevated by following Shrimat. They have said that God of the Gita is Shri Krishna, the elevated one, have lost the name of the one who made him elevated. The virtues of Krishna and the virtues of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, should definitely be spoken of. And then the idea of omnipresence would be blown away. This is the confluence age and it is called the beautiful benevolent age. Neither the golden age nor the iron age would be called an auspicious age. That which is benevolent is said to be auspicious. The golden age is benevolent anyway. Before then, there was the age that was non-benevolent. Before then, there was the age that was non-benevolent. So, all the praise is of the confluence age when Shiv Baba incarnates. Baba says, I come at the confluence age of the cycle ends and then a new one begins. The iron age is of the old cycle and golden age is of the new cycle. This is the confluence age of the cycle. They have then spoken of God coming in every age. Okay, in that case, there are 4 confluence ages. In that case, there are 4 confluence ages. The confluence of the golden and silver ages, the confluence of silver and copper ages, the confluence of copper and iron ages, and the confluence of iron and golden ages. Therefore, there should be 4 incarnation. So why do they then speak of 24 incarnation? Why? All of these things have to be imbibed. Baba very easily made you write about what is your relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Since you speak of the Supreme Father, you definitely have 2 fathers. You definitely have 2 fathers. All of these things are explained at exhibition, but no one understands them that much. Not a single person has that faith. Although they come and listen to a murli, but it does not sit in their intellects that Baba is their father, that they have to claim their inheritance from him and also follow his Shrimat. Thousands will come, but not a single one has the faith that he is their father and that they have to follow his direction. So first of all, you should see the face of your mother and father. However, some don't have that faith. Some don't have that faith. Maya is very powerful. It takes a lot of effort to free you from that powerful Maya. Maya is very powerful. It takes a lot of effort to free you from that powerful Maya. The father says those who defame the Satguru cannot reach their destination. If there is bad behavior, you would not be able to reach your destination. Here, your aim and objective is very clear. The path of devotion continues for half the cycle. That is the stage of descending. It is sung by taking the name of the Guru. You go into the stage of ascending. But which Guru? The Satguru. You know the Satguru? You know the Satguru? He is Shiv Baba. He is the true Baba, the true teacher, and the true Satguru. By remembering Shiv Baba, you go into the stage of ascending. You become 16 celestial degree full. Then from 16 degrees you have to come down. People say that they want to become free from that. But no one can be liberated from it. There is the stage of ascending, the stage of descending, and then the stage of ascending again. So you have to go around the cycle of becoming Sato Pradhan, Sato, Rajo, and Tamo, and then Sato from Tamo. Everyone has to go around this cycle. So you go around the whole cycle, whereas others go around part of the cycle. But everyone has to go through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. A baby is called Sato Pradhan. Then when the baby grows a little, he is said to be in the Sato stage. In his adolescent age, he is said to be Rajo. And when he becomes mature, he is in the Tamo stage. So a part of happiness and sorrow is fixed for each one. This play, which no one knows about, is very wonderful. Is very wonderful. The behavior of those who come from the royal families is very good. Here you have to follow Shrimat. You have to follow Shrimat. Not everyone can follow to the same extent. Baba explains, rather than becoming maids and servant and then becoming third class kings and queens, it is better to become one of the wealthy subjects. Make donations and perform charity and become wealthy. At least you would not then receive the title of a maid or servant. Although maids and servants go into the royal family, the wealthy ones are happier than they are. The wealthy ones are happier than they are. They don't have the title of maid or servant, but become one of the very wealthy subjects instead. So while living here, if you don't follow Shrimat, you become maids and servants. While staying here, if you perform any wrong action, you become servants of the servants. Some are very good servants and some are respectless servants. Therefore, you should make very good effort. This is why Baba writes, send the certificate of the children. Some sit down considering themselves to be very clever. However, who is going to report them? Who is going to report them so that they could be quotationed? It is Baba's duty to explain to you. There is the full aim and objective. Make whatever effort you want and definitely be threaded in the rosary of victory. There is the rosary of 8, rosary of 108 and the rosary of 16,108. There are few kings and queens in the Vicelet's world. Later, there are many of them. Most of them would be in Bharat. There are so many towns. There are so many kings and queens. And then so many of them, so many of their prince and princess. So there are so many of them. They make a hug list. There is the emperor, then the king, and then those of his family. The main names are inserted in the directory. The main names are inserted in the directory. There they have one son and one daughter. There they have one son and one daughter. The calculation is very complicated. Nevertheless, the father says, remember the unlimited Father from whom you have to receive your inheritance. You have to live at home with your families. This is the pure family path. This is the pure family path because people don't know God. They call themselves God. They continue to go around the cycle of birth and death. There continues to be untimely death, and they even continue to have themselves called God. There continues to be untimely death, and they even continue to have themselves called God. You know that deities never have an untimely death. When their time comes to an end, they have a vision that they have to shed the bodies and take a new one. So these are matters that have to be understood very well. These are the matters that have to be understood very well. Simply remember one Baba. Don't wander around trapped in anyone's name or form. Otherwise, you will fall. Baba has to uplift those of all kinds. Shiv Baba has incarnated in this one. You must not compete with this one. You must not compete with this one. Maya brings many storms. So become very strong like Hanuman, so that Maya Ravan cannot shake you. Adi Dev is also called Mahavir Hanuman. They have simply given him that name. Among the children, some are Maharathis. The practical matters are of this time. Those who are not massaged by knowledge appear to have wilted. So look how cheerful and entertaining. Lakshmi and Narayan, who had the massage of knowledge, are to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and we spiritual children says Namaste, good morning to our sweetest spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. First, make elevated effort to claim a high status by keeping your aim and objective in front of you. Let your behavior be very royal and continue to follow Srimad. Second, don't remember the name or form of any bodily being. Make effort to stay in unadulterated remembrance of the one Father. Today's blessing, feel Baba's hand on your head and take blessing. May you be a word transformer who does unlimited service with the power of your powerful mind and your good wishes. May you be a word transformer who does unlimited service with the power of your powerful mind and your good wishes. For word transformation, souls who have a powerful, subtle stage are needed. Those who can transform many souls with their attitudes and elevated thoughts. Unlimited, powerful service take place through the power of a powerful mind with good wishes and pure feelings. So don't have these feelings for just yourself. But also transform others with your good wishes and pure feelings. Souls who keep a balance are able to do unlimited service and serve the world. Souls who keep a balance are able to do unlimited service and serve the world. So become a word transformer with the balance of feeling and knowledge, love and yoga. Slogan: put the hand of your intellect into Bap Dada's hand and you will not be shaken by an ocean of test papers. Put the hand of your intellect into Bap Dada's hand and you will not be shaken by an ocean of test papers. Om Shanti. Experience the stage of being merged in love. Since the mind belongs to the Father, then how can you focus your mind on Him? Since the mind belongs to the Father, then how can you focus your mind on Him? How can you love Him? This question cannot arise because you are always merged in love. Because you are always merged in love and have become an embodiment of love and a master ocean of love. So you don't have to love. You have become an embodiment of love. The more the rays and light of the sun of knowledge increase, the more waves of love there are. The more the rays and light of the sun of knowledge increase, the more waves of the love there are. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.